All right, today I'm here with Jared Cheak, and I can see you are a veteran of Iraqi Freedom. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you served in the Army, is that correct?
Yep, Minnesota National Guard, Army National
Oh,
Guard.
wow. What made you want to sign up?
September 11th.
Oh, really?
I was pissed about it.
Yeah.
I
No, you're not
wanted
the
to
first one, man.
Get some revenge.
Yeah. So that's what got you in.
Yeah, I tried back in 2003, but was disqualified for a medical issue.
Uh-huh.
And I got that squared away and went back in 2008 to the Minnesota National Guard. And
Okay.
they let me in on a waiver.
Nice. Cool.
So-
So how many years did you serve for?
6.
6 years?
Yeah,
Wow.
5 active, and I had to take 1 year inactive.
Okay.
And then I did, after that 6 years, I did 2 years in the individual ready reserve, which was required by
Yeah.
my contract.
Yeah, gotcha. So what was your job?
I was it's called 13 Romeo, a firefinder radar operator. It's a field artillery MOS.
Okay.
And we basically track incoming and outgoing rounds.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so we're part of base defense. So
Yeah.
if somebody pops a mortar on the base, our radar picks it up, tells us where it comes from, where it's going to land, and then we forward the information to like the guys who go out and get the bad guys, or in a conventional war, it would be to the guns so they could just blow the shit.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's crazy. It's actually interesting. You're the first guy that's had that kind of job. My best friend I mentioned before we started talking, that's what he first did on a sub. But he was in control of what they could see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like pinging what they could see.
Yeah.
And he never really got any further than that because it's some pretty next level technology stuff
Yeah.
that they were dealing with now that most other countries don't have, but that's just incredible that how fast you guys can do that.
Seconds.
Yeah, that's just
seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, was that the job picked for you, or is that something you wanted to get into?
Something I picked. I had a college degree when I joined.
Okay.
And I joined and I wanted to become an officer. Mm-hmm. Just because my ex-wife at the time was an officer, I wanted to keep the
that family competition.
Yeah, but then I just realized I don't want to be an officer. I want to be an enlisted soldier, and I want to pick a job. I want to be a worker bee.
Yeah,
And so I said, hey, I want to blow shit up.
yeah,
And so I said, but I have a college degree, and I'm horribly claustrophobic, so I didn't want to do tanks. I didn't want to do, pull a string on the can and pull string, go boom.
yeah.
So I wanted something that'll use my mind in a
Yeah.
field artillery
Yeah,
job.
that's cool. That's super cool. So they'd have you guys on base, though, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, but we were isolated, and we'd be pretty close to the wire.
Yeah.
And just kind of watching everything.
Just constantly. It's interesting. Those are really, really. Despite not being on the front line, I got a chance to go up to a air traffic control tower,
Yeah.
and the guy that was working there was telling me he was about ready to retire, and he goes, "We have one of the highest mortality rates after retirement because of how high stress of job this is.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the guys when they retire die from stroke or heart attack within 2 years of retirement because their body doesn't know how to go from this constant stress to just nothing."
Yeah.
And that's so in your case, I'm assuming that's probably the same thing because it's just this constant level of awareness that you have to have.
You're right at the edge of the base, and you're in Iraq.
Yeah.
And you don't know who your enemy is, and you see Iraqis acting like construction workers, spying on you. They know what the radar does. You can Google it.
Yeah.
And so when they see that, that's the first thing they want to take out.
Yeah.
And so there were a few close calls, but yeah, you're always looking for. It's not stress about what happened. It's
just
stress about what could
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. How long were you over there for?
I was over there for about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 12-month tour.
12-month tour.
Yeah.
Hot.
Hot,
Yeah,
very hot.
Very hot.
But it gets cold in the winter.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've heard. It's just like a most bizarre
Yeah.
environment thing.
Thank you. Do you have ketchup?
When you so stateside, the 4 years outside of the 5 that you were here, what'd you do for the National Guard? Just like
Well, I'd show up to my weekend drills. I did my job. We just trained on the radar, and But being as a veteran, my unit made me a team leader.
Yeah.
And so I would.
You'd be the one that was just responsible for the other.
Kinda, yeah. I'd be reporting to the sergeant and making sure, they gave me about 5 guys, and making sure they got all their equipment, and they're getting their training and stuff like that.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So what do you do now?
I work at Walmart.
Really?
I work at the tire and lube.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's by choice, not by requirement.
Yeah. You just doing what you want, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I do. I couldn't handle the stress of like, I have a business degree, and I managed a lot. I have 8 years experience managing
businesses,
group homes, and stuff like that. I couldn't handle the stress, so I just said, screw it. I'm gonna do something that's low stress.
And it's on your, pretty much on your time, really.
Yep, it's on my terms.
Yeah. That's good though. You're in control.
Yeah.
That's smart. What made you want to go on and get a business degree?
Honestly, at the time it's around. I graduated in 2007, and it was just people were talking about, gotta have a business. You gotta have business. You gotta have business. So I wanted to get a degree, so I chose business.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school at?
DeVry University.
Okay, cool. Business degree. Wow.
Yeah.
Tough stuff.
Yeah. If I never use it again, I think I'll be all right though.
That's smart though, man. I mean, like you said, you're your own man now and do what you want to do on your terms. That's important.
And I have that nice little pet of a college degree, and I can use it when I want.
Yeah, or if you don't have to.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, food's here, so let's eat. But thank you so much for your service and coming to lunch with me today and talking with me, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Is that going to be on air?